I kept up with Black Clover when it came out. Something very interesting that came with it was all the, is Asta gonna be yelling all the time? Yeah, but what'd you think of the show? It was pretty good. Naruto vibes. Production was really good. Does he yell the whole time? He's gonna stop yelling, right? He's not gonna do that the whole time, is he? You can't appreciate proper screenwriting. Nothing says I took a film course in college like juxtaposition, and I'm gonna pay off those loans somehow. Juxtaposition is when two things are put together, they emphasize each other's opposing qualities. With no change whatsoever, ice cream on a hot day is better than ice cream on a cold day. You can appreciate it more. That's why I microwave mine during the winter. And there's different degrees of it, like characters who are always talking, suddenly stopping. And the silent ones start talking. For higher impact, have the yelling one go quiet, or the quiet one start yelling. But we must go deeper. A loud person in a normal world, deeper still. A quiet person in a normal world, you are getting lazy. A loud person next to quiet person in normal world. This the best you can do? Loud guy goes suddenly quiet guy goes suddenly loud. They're both in a world where magic is normal. One of them's the best, one of them's the worst, has no magic at all. And is that all? And having no magic turns out to be the strongest magic of all. This will do. Was the screaming in the first episode that bad, or was it just a lot of juxtaposition? So here's what I did. I went back to the first episode and I timed all of the audible dialogue. I call it audible because I wanted to include yelling, inner monologue, and regular dialogue. All the stuff the viewer's gonna hear. On the first episode of Black Clover, Asta has 280 designated seconds of audible dialogue. And how much of that was yelled or just flat outright yelling? 166 seconds. 59%. Oh, it's not that bad. It's just a little more than half, but if you consider how often you yell in real life, it's a bit much. And a little something to keep track of is a lot of his yelling comes out during the beginning and the middle of the episode. As it goes on and things start to look a little darker, a little more bleak, more hopeless, he gets quieter. So he's juxtaposing himself, and he's juxtaposed even further by quite the talker this guy is. 50 whopping seconds of audible dialogue. 36 seconds of those would be considered quiet or normal tone. 72% quiet. And honestly, I can only give him about 8 seconds of actual yelling. He does this thing where he raises his tone, but I don't know if that's yelling per se, so 16% where he's actually yelling. Fun fact for him, you guessed it, he starts off very quiet. When things start to go bad, when they start to get very dark, very bleak, he gets louder. A few more side notes, can't let the stuff I did go to waste. The only time Asta's speaking at an acceptable volume is when he's exhausted, when he's feeling a little self-doubt, and when he's just downright hopeless. On the other hand, only yells to help Asta. In fact, the first time that he yells is to tell Asta to go save himself. So, in the end, Asta only seems loud and annoying because he's juxtaposed by the world he lives in, his friend, himself, and he is loud and annoying. Ice cream on a hot day, that's nothing. I'm gonna put the audience on the surface of the sun.